After discussing about Munsua, I think it will be better to follow up the discussion with Heize. Like Munsua, I also made a post about Heize in the past. I think two posts that came from reading a note or blog by Japanese fan of Heize called Hey89Z that stopped updating through his or her Twitter since 2018. The first post that I made in the past is compilation of two or four posts from Hey89Z. The second post is about the first single that made Ace famous, then comeback. Shout out to this diligent and loyal fan, Hey89Z. I really admire your effort. This video or PPT will center on the compilation of the four posts by Hey89Z, which are translation of various interviews. I also want to thank other fan accounts that make this presentation possible. This video presentation is not 100% true. It will be good if Hayes clarify things by herself if there are many mistakes or false information through this presentation. Hayes' childhood. Hayes was born in August 9th, 1991. She was born in Daegu and he has an older brother who is known among Hayes fans. I still don't know what is Hayes' fan club name. It may be Tteokbokki or Maktub. I'm not sure. Hayes got her face from her mother, from Hey89Z. It is known that Hayes grew up loved by her brother. Until 2017, we still see the humble side and how warm the relationship between Hayes and his brother, because that year is the beginning of her breakthrough. This is her photo from kindergarten school. I think it's from her old label, CJNM or Studio Blue, because she made her logo after Unpretty Rapstar 2. Those two are photos from elementary school. In Hay 89Z post, the author commented how cute Hayes was. March 1998, she entered elementary school. Hayes learned how to play piano and cello during elementary school. This is her photo from middle school. March 2004, she entered middle school. Hayes joined an instrumental music club at that time. She known hip hop for the first time. Hayes heard the freestyle song titled "And After That" that was played on the BGM of her friend's mini homepage, Maybe Sidewalk. So the song would flow like the ballad Hayes originally liked. Hayes was shocked that the song had a singing rap and hip hop style, and we can see the influence on many her songs like uh, Don't Come Back or Naekora Hojima and Chobyol or the Star. This is her photo from high school. March 2007, she entered high school. At that time, she got a nickname called Jackson G. Early music career. Hayes entered Pukyong National University in Busan. Hayes chose the Faculty of Business Administration simply because she was recommended by her teacher. She didn't even think she could be a singer at those days. She entered university in March 2010. She was dating a rapper called Critic, a rapper from the same department as her during her early years in university. You can hear Critic's music here. The fan, called Hey89Z, stated that he or she liked the second song of Critic only. I think other Hayes fans will also like the song, but I haven't heard yet carefully. There are three professors that had great influences on Hayes during her school life. Those are Professor Kim Duk-hyun, Kim Chang-hwan, and Song Duk-hyun. But I didn't and couldn't find Kim Duk-hyun profile. Professor Song Duk-hyun was the one who pushed Heize to pursue her music career. In the first half of 2012, the professor found her writing lyrics during class and Heize was called to the laboratory. Heize said those episodes exactly it was appended during a statics class by Professor Song Duk-hyun, whom now she called father. She says that I always sat in the back seat, listened to a lecture, sometimes not, spaced out or wrote lyrics alone. On the day of the accident, the professor found me writing lyrics during the class. He told me to come to his lab after the lecture. My friends and I were totally freaking out and we thought it's emergency. One of my friends said, "Hey, we're over. We're gonna be kicked out soon." And I went to the lab with my mind preparing for giving my life. However, the professor laughed and asked me, "What were you doing at the time?" I said, "I was writing lyrics," and he asked me again, "Is that what you want to do now?" Until then, I didn't know what I want to do and be, so answered vaguely like, "It's just my hobby. I feel happy when I make songs and sing them by myself." At the time, the professor gave me a smile like Buddha. Then do it. It's possible to go school whenever you want to learn, even after you got old. But what you want to do now is hard to challenge later. He wasn't angry, but on the contrary, Hayes was encouraged to aim for her dream and decided to become singer on the spot. Hayes decided to become singer or rapper since spring semester 2012. Hayes said, "When I heard the words, I thought I have to do this, I have to become singer, and I came to make a decision. Since then, Professor Song was caring about me and always cheered me up before I took a year off, even when I moved to Seoul and was living alone and working hard for making music." Hayes continued, "I think that Hayes is all start thanks to Professor Song Dok-hyun. I always appreciate, respect, and love my professor. P.S. Father, if you are looking at this, I am deeply grateful. I respect you. I love you." Hayes goes back to her hometown during the summer vacation and talks to her parents. But can she become a singer even though she doesn't study properly? It is said that she will study late and take a leave. She gets a 1 year leave of absence in fall semester 2012 after persuading his father, who strictly didn't allow Hayes to pursue music. It is unknown whether Hayes' father actually gave her a permission or not, but I think for the first chance, her father gave Hayes chance to try to go to Seoul. Hayes moved to Seoul in the winter of 2012 or early winter of 2013, depending on the interview. When she came to Seoul, she had no money and could barely pay the rent of 310,000 won. She has three part-time jobs and works 10 hours a day. She has a tuna sashimi shop, a pig slaughter shop, a bakery, a cafe, handbill distribution, etc. It seems that she was often entangled with a man during her part-time job. Hay said that she was also doing music work in parallel, but she was a part-time job that she didn't know what she was going to do. She never wanted to rely on her family because she left home in rebellion for her dreams. She cut down on her food expenses and instead pretended to send her mother an image she searched for online to her mother and ate it. She once sent her as it was captured, but she was lucky enough that her mother didn't notice. She always got unsold bread at the bakery where she worked part-time. Hay said, "I guess it was the hardest thing to eat while I was living alone. As a person who spent a few years with unbalanced diet, I would like to say you must have 3 meals a day. I didn't notice at that time, but as the time passed, I had a lot of trouble with my health and my stamina, and I had very hard time. On the other hand, if you live alone, you will have chance to spend time alone. I think I could make the best use of it, and it helped me to speculate." She was hungry when she had no food, and as a result of taking a large amount of vitamins in her room, she got sick and made a fuss about going to the hospital. Her brother paid for the hospital and accompanied her without the parents knowing. During the same year, Hayes dated Crucial Star. She also participated on Crucial Star called Chillin'.
Hey 대충 읽고 나와 떼집 앞인데 보다는 얼굴이 3년은 늙어 보이네 쉽게 생각해 우린 아직 23 그렇게 스트레스 받을 거면서 뭐 하러 해너 원래 진짜 성적에 연연했던 성격 근데 그 생각도 저막기로만 굳혔어 수석 한 번 하고 나서 망가졌던 뭐 유학하고 음악하면서 싹 다 났어 무작정 따라 결말까지 왜 다들 시키는 대로 해 제발 나는 좀 빼줄래 너난 괜히 돼 돌아올 때넌 멋진 표정으로 날 반기면 돼 내가 하는 것들 봐도 너네들이 정해놓은 길 따위나 밟아 놀면서 해도 나는 외치들 다 발라 날 막지만 누가 정글에서 자리가 돼라.
Months later, Hayes released her debut single, which was also released with crucial star participation on January 17th, 2014.
우리 조금만 더 방황하고 다시 만나도 행복하게 살아갈 수만 있다면 그렇게라도 너와 내가 서로의 마지막이 될 수 있게 우리 조금만 헤매다가 다시 만나자 요즘 들어 다투는 횟수가 더 잦아졌지 함께 있어도 가는 말수는 적어졌지 내가 너에게 바라는 게 너에게는 억지처럼 들렸을지도 몰라 서로가 지쳤지 여전히 난 너와 둘이 함께인 순간이 너의
The single called 조금만 돼 방황하고, and it's known that Hayes debuted on a company called Frisbee, but I did not find anything about this company. Maybe Korean people can search for it better than me. Hayes also released her self-titled EP that has Underwater, which is still famous until now, also during her time in her first company, Frisbee.
내가 세 가지 없다 있다며 이만한 삶만 희망 거품 같은 건 아네 술 마시고 있는 밤에 전화는 자네 fog이나 세 가지가 있는 건가 봐 진짜 몰라서 묻는 건지 왜 이렇게 쉽냐고 또 말이 걸지 쌓이는 문제들은 내게 뭔지 모두 잘못 찾은 건지 난 물속으로 번지
Hayes featured on DJ Dub's song that is released in March 2014. She had completed the song before she went back to Pukyong University. The song is also about the rain or rainy weather, and I think Hayes already has this direction for her later famous songs because long before she went to Unpretty Rap Star 2, she already made a song about rain or rainy weather.
물론 화창한 날에 너와 함께 공원이든 어디든 걸으며 데이트하는 것도 너무 좋은데 비가 오면은 조금 더 자연스레 가까워질 수가 있어 너의 왼팔에 오늘은 멀리 가지 말고 카페에 나란히 앉아서 마시자 라떼 그리고 며칠 전 만든 새 노래 한번
For additional info, DJ Dubs is currently active as an A&R that helps Zion T. DJ Dubs participated on Zion T team during Show Me the Money 9 and 10. Hayes wanted to try pursuing music again, and the second time her father gave a requirement that Hayes had to rank top on her department before she could go to Seoul. In July 2014, Hayes went back to Seoul after fulfilling what her dad wants. We can know this information through Unpretty Rap Star 2, I Live Alone MBC, and other resources that are collected by Hey89Z because Hayes said this thing many times. We can conclude Hayes only had 4 months break before tried her second chance. Hayes said, I had never studied hard until that time, and I didn't know how to study. I was just fighting with the book frantically. I listened lectures really hard and I wrote down eagerly, and I organized my notes to make them easy to understand. I think it's important to find your own way to look up notes comfortably. I always folded up A4 paper and wrote chapters and title on the top of left part. I sorted out keywords of each chapters. Then it will be 5 pages per subject. 1 week before exams, I summarized those papers and I only saw them on the exam day. Oh, and I had stayed up all night from a week before the exam. If you keep using all your energy every day, you can concentrate on studying and eventually you lose your attention. So I usually just concentrated on listening to lectures and tried to go out before the exams. I don't know if it's a good way or not, but I got 4.5 points into semesters by this way. Ha 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 ha. And there are so many ha 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 because that's not mistyping. Hayes laughed a lot. Oh, Hayes also said that she lost her health after preparing for the exam. If Hayes doesn't get permission to do music, she doesn't know what to do after graduation. She went to school just because everyone goes to school. She guess she was finding a job and work at somewhere because people unconsciously think they have to get a job once you graduate. Hayes was studying like who didn't know what she wanted to do until she found a dream. So maybe she would just choose a job fitting with her conditions after graduation, and she can't imagine what kind of job she would choose except singer. When Hayes decided to take second leave of absence, he wouldn't have expected it to be so long. In fact, he seems to have talked about getting a job after returning to school after the 1 year leave of absence. If it weren't for Unpretty Rap Star 2 to appear, the current singer Hazy might not have existed. Hayes went independent during her second try going to Seoul. She participated on a song by artist named Hyobin in November 2014. Hayes released her song called 내 남자친구가 고맙대 independently in January 2015. Hayes also participated on a song by artist named Whitey's titled Jaggy. Hayes attended her first non-festival called Cream Day on May 9, 2015. Hayes released her third single featured Mono Kim in June 2015. Right before participating on Unpretty Rap Star 2, she made her last feature on a song by artist named Tricky. Unpretty Rap Star 2. She released music consistently, however, around the spring when the time limit year was about to end, in 2 or 3 months, Hayes once wondered, I've done the same things and I'll go back and study and get a job. Hayes used Facebook a lot during her time in university, and it was a request to appear in Unpretty Rap Star 2 that came into her account. It is said that she was contacted through Facebook, and Hayes thought, I managed to extend my life and I can stay in Seoul more, as her honest feeling. But another source said she enrolled an online application during spring or summer 2015 to participate on Unpretty Rap Star 2. Hayes was accepted to participate, but before appearing on the program, she had to sign contract with CJNM and become their artist. It was a time before CJNM converting its name to Stone Music Entertainment and made solitary label called Studio Blue, which was disbanded because CJNM wanted to merge several labels into Wake One. Hayes joined CJNM before Unpretty Rap Star 2 with Ashby and Trudy. It is known that all of the contracts of the three artists were 5 years long, because Hayes signed with P Nation and Ashby's first release after Quit CJNM was the same year and during the same time frame, fourth quarter of 2020. The first episode of Unpretty Rap Star was broadcasted in September 2015. Hay stopped working part-time jobs because of her eyes condition before semifinals in October 2015. On October 5th, many public knew that Crucial Star was dating Hayes. A week later, it was reported that they were broken up their relationship. During the broadcast of the program, Hayes felt stressed and uncomfortable that she had to show a strong appearance, despite the style of cursing the other contestants. Originally, she was kind and full of love that made her worried rather than attacking people. And this thing is said by the manager Tall. So it was painful to do so even in acting. Did she change his personality from her family and friends who watched the broadcast without checking it on the air herself? At the time, only her brother gave me strange encouragement such as, yeah, you have to perform more strongly. But Hayes didn't look like that when we watched the show, and she was steadily doing rap without any noticeable mistakes. Even in that comment scene, there were many comments that were rather worrisome rather than making a fool of the performers. And due to their original personality, they were not prey to the infamous devil's editing. Hayes' first famous release. 2016 was the first year Hayes produced real salt. Hayes released her first of many best-selling songs on April 14, 2016, asked Young Jun Hyun of Peace to feature on the track. Hayes met with Jun Hyun when they appeared on Star magazine as cover models in mid-November 2015 to promote Umbro padded jackets. The song was produced by a songwriter from Starship X called Brother Su that happily shared his moment on Instagram. Hayes described Young Jun Hyun as a really nice sunbae or senior and was praised. Hayes said that I felt that this song would look good on senior Young Jun Hyun, so I told him to work with me carefully. Listen to my song, and he's happy to hear my request. At that time, when the senior was on a business trip to China, he wrote the lyrics on the spot and even recorded it and sent it to me. He is a really nice senior. Heize said her company didn't like her early songs, but it isn't confirmed whether the song that she said is Don't Come Back or her self-titled EP Haze before entering CJNM. But it may be a song that she released with Chen on SM Station, a project called Lil Something. At an interview with etnews.com, Hayes commented when she recorded the song on the album, the people involved were quite opposed to it because it wasn't a popular song. Hayes said, it was a personal song that included my unrelenting heart, but I was really grateful that more people listened to my song than I expected. I didn't expect it to move up to the charts, but I'm happy to hear the song. I hope my heart can be conveyed to the audience. Hayes also joined SM Station Project and released a song called Little Something with Chen a week before her single. I think that explained why Chanyeol could come to Unpretty Rap Star 2 and did a song with Hayes. Little Something is breaking the prejudice that Hayes got from appearing on Unpretty Rap Star 2, so she glad SM Entertainment recognized her. Hayes didn't have a bitter reaction after losing in semifinal, although she broke Chanyeol, and she commented, for me, just wanting to go up to that stage or semifinal stage was a satisfying result. I was able to do everything I really want to do on the stage, not accepting or failing, so it was rather refreshing. It was great to be able to show off a song I made for my family, especially when my brother came to see it. And July. Before releasing in July, Hayes participated on a song by artist named Vanilla Acoustic called Blind Date. Dean interested on producing Hayes' EP, so he featured on two songs and directed the album production. A little bit out of topic, but Dean would do the same the following year when he produced EP for Suran. On an interview with BNT in September 2016, Hayes explained about the behind story of the EP. Actually, Hayes and Dean had no friendship at all. Hayes said, the offices, Universal Music and CJNM talked to each other and introduced me, and I thought it would be a good match at the stage of working on each other's song. I didn't meet and work all the time, but I met with the staff, had a meeting, and tried to work separately. Hayes enjoyed the shooting of music video that was hip and fun. She said, it was really fun. I had a special request before shooting a music video for the first time, but after all, love is the theme. It's a story of gradually becoming a lover, but of course it seemed that the appearance of floating while falling in love was included. That's why I told him that it would be nice if there was no such thing. I think that kind of thing is commonplace. As a result, the content I shot wasn't a clear relationship because it bothered each other, so it seems that I could have enjoyed it even more. Dean says he had the same opinion as me. I requested that it shouldn't be just the content of a mundane, naive love affair, but I think we both had the same idea, so it was more fun to work with. Through the interview, Hayes said that the ballad singers that Hayes wanted to collaborate the most was SG Wannabe. She also shared that by covering SG Wannabe when appeared on the You Heal sketchbook with Young Jun Hyung. Two consecutive hit projects made Hayes appeared on Na Honja by NBC or I Live Alone with Johnny Jam. The episode featured Hayes meeting with her brother and her part-time employer. The episode was also showed Hayes making Jovial or the Star with Davy that released in December 2016. It is assumed that Jovial was a song about Crucial Star because one of the lyrics said, she can't be the shining star with her, and Star is Crucial Star name. Hayes said at the time that she usually sleep on days off at home. She said, I really get a lot of sleep. After that, I spend a lot of time working. I work from home. I like listening to music without watching TV too much. My favorite time is to be alone with an aroma candle. As I spend time doing that, I sometimes come up with good ideas for music. I'm enjoying my life alone now. I don't really like playing in places where there are a lot of people because the original personality itself got out. I like playing with my friends, calling them to my house, going to my friend's house, otherwise going to a quiet cafe and chatting all day long. The reporter commented that it looks like it was the same as an ordinary female student. LOL. After appearing in I Live Alone, she glad that she can show her true self and not something like in Unpretty Rap Star 2. She also said the firm values and beliefs that don't change when writing songs are to put my life openly. For example, I am now in public as an entertainer, but I wish you could still peep into my life. Like the people around me normally, the fact that everyone is alive won't change. I think that people who listen to the song that finally wrote my story can sympathize with it and be healed. There is a limit to the false appearance that is made. On the interview, she said she liked interacting with older women and young children because she has many mischief. That is why she got close with Taeyeon after meeting her on a concert festival in Singapore. Hayes said she is really interested in hairstyles and makeup, but she can never do it with her own hands. After the broadcast, it is known that Don't Come Back or Nai Goa Hojima got chart reverse running, made the song more known by the public. As Hayes fans know, her apartment during her early success was packed by all of dolls. Additional info, Davy was introduced to Hayes by Young Jun Hyung. Just because Davy worked with Jun Hyung before on a song called Inoreka Kenamyon and Beast's last album under the Cube titled Highlight, with songs are Butterfly and I Will Give You My All. Davy worked with Hayes on an July EP on songs Don't Come Back acoustic version, No Way, and Skate Rainy Day before Chobyol or the Star. In K-pop debug show, Davy said Junhyun let Hayes listen to his songs, and after that, Hayes said, I want to work with you. I want you to produce me. At some point, Davy entered CJNM, then becoming Studio Blue Foundation artist with Hayes and Mia. After their contract ended, Davy made his own company, while Hayes joined P Nation. As we know, Hayes produced many of her songs as singer, rapper, and songwriter even after entering CJNM, most of them with Davy. On interview with the Bling magazine, Hayes explained about the biggest advantage of being a singer and songwriter at the same time. Hayes said, I think the advantage is that I can match my feeling and sensibility because I write songs and sing those by myself. Even if the term is rain, each processes could occur different types of feeling and sensibility. My music started from my diary. I write the diary ramblingly from what I saw, heard, felt, and experienced. And I make songs from those so that I can tell my story exactly. Isn't it so simple thing? For additional info, Hayes metal melody and lyrics for the chorus of You Clouds Rain. When it was a rainy day, and if I'm not mistaken, it was a traffic jam. She recorded it right away after she got the right melody. From that, we can say the recording from the phone is the same as writing diary. Hayes didn't worry if she ran out of idea, because she said that every day something new happens to her. Every day she come across new people, and every day she faced new environments. The diary won't be exhausted until she dies. I think in 2019 CJNM turned his habit to vlog, but we cannot see the vlogs now because they got deleted during the moment of his contract expiration. We only could see 1 minute preview on Twitter now, and what I found was some vlogs during her US Canada tour, a month after she met and spent time with Moon Soo.
Do you have an ESTA visa or a visa? ESTA?
여전히는 너인 걸 Why don't you 인정하기 싫은 걸 Why don't you 보낼 수가 없는 걸 우리 너무 사랑했어 내가 사랑했어 나도 너무 착각했어 시간이 다가오고 있어 응원해야 해 I'm so unbelievable. I know it's I guess we don't talk together. 여전히 난 너인 걸. 고마워요, 지은아. 혹시 저 사람도 나를 보고 있을까? 아니면 보고 있지 않을까? 널 보고 있을까? 아니면 나는 한글로 쓰겠어. 오늘은 너무 동심 가득한 현장이었어요. 오늘 샌프란시스코 뭐 어떡해. 털 달린 철사를 가지고 일일이 이렇게 엮었어. 얼마나 고생했을까. 내 평생 간직하리다.
He's also hosting a radio show at Never called Ilky or Diary. And I think this show explained a lot why Diary comes and associated with Hayes. I will not tell about the detailed things about Hayes dating with Crucial Star because it will be too long, but I will underline the note by Hake90Z that and Namja Chingu Ka Kumapde, released in May 2015, talks about Hayes' ex boyfriend, critic, and crucial star at the same time. But from interview with BNT, Hayes describes what she was like when she appears as girlfriend. She is usually very fluent and unfriendly to her boyfriend, but she loves her boyfriend very much when she is in love. She loves being together so much that she was dating, so she really loves it and she can hide her emotions well. He said that it expresses your feelings properly and sticks like gum, and she tries to accept her partner, and I love the boyfriend. Uh, he said that I like her boyfriend so much that I don't like to say a little bit and be hated by the other person. So I was a person who understands the other person very much. I was a very devoted woman and I was also jealous. Still, I think I was a good girlfriend when I'm in love. Early September 2016, a student from Pukyong University saw Hayes once, but not saw her anymore at other time. So it was a mystery whether she was actively attending classes or not. But another light appeared when in November 2016, some students of Pukyong National University that were juniors and joined News or Reporter Club interview Hayes, and when that interview come, we can search many things, and actually this interview was posted on a blog.never.com at first, but the article has private status now. Hayes gave her Hubei some advices about pursuing dreams that is hard to be accepted by parents. Hayes said, "Can I try while my parents are against my dream? Can I do well if I try? What if I fail? What should I do if something happens? I think I can because of blah blah blah." If you are spending a lot of time worrying about a bunch of questions and anxieties, it might be cool for you, but I would like to say just don't do it. If you have conviction that you don't want to do anything except your dream and you are eager to do, you would make efforts to find way to make your dreams come true while you just spend time to worry. And most importantly, don't find excuses under any circumstances. What I really want to say is if you have conviction and belief, don't limit your challenges. Go for it. I hope you try your best not to regret. You can have conviction in your mind even if others can't see, whether you did best or blew off and sky. I'm sure that if you are confident of your action and yourself and try to make efforts, you will have good results. I'm always on your side. In the Hey 89Z post, it is unsolved that whether Hayes graduated or dropped out from the school. But I got a good news for you all because finally I got the information about that. Hayes was legendary at Pukyong National University, so many people know about what happened to her, and the information got shared to next generations. From the info that I heard from my friend attending Pukyong National University, Hayes already graduated and got her degree. And I trust my friend because he said the info is known by people at Pukyong National University widely. After knowing that Hayes finished the school and got her degree, here are the theories by Haig 99Z. She is busy based in Seoul, and writer doesn't think she will have time to go to college for a while. He also don't think she will give up her graduation just because of that, because in Hayes' interview, she so attached to her university that she is not an exaggeration. to say this college created Heize because a professor she met at college changed her life. It is unlikely that she will end up halfway. I don't know because she is herself. She guessed that she hadn't graduated yet, but if she had already taken credits and graduated, 장마 죄송합니다. At the end of the day, Hayes loves Pokyung National University so much that she doesn't stop pursuing both her music career and her degree. Hazy said, I think I went to school and realized the true meaning of the campus. Especially, I like seeing the grass had a different charm every season. Walking along the lawn and going to a classroom and the road to a schoolhouse passing the glasses. Those were pretty happiness in my school life. I think you pass the road every day, so I hope you enjoy the scenery, not just passing by. Since I attended Pukyong National University, I could meet people like Professor Song Dok-hyun in an important period of my life. Since I got a chance to realize my dream, it is not too much to say that Pukyong National University made me exist as Hazy. I'm so thankful. I love you, Pukyong University. Hayes also gave a message to Pukyong students to encourage them chasing their dreams. To my dear colleagues and juniors in Pukyong National University, I always miss you and want to stay with you guys. I hope you just accept and enjoy the beautiful prison that will never come back. In short, enjoy seriously and study hardly. And I will always cheer for everyone who is chasing their dreams. 2017. After had featured on Junhyung's song called Wonder If and promoted it on Mnet Present and Yu Hyo Sketchbook, Hayes released her most impactful EP or third mini-album called Non Mokurumbi or Triple Slash. She released a small release party titled Spectrum of Haze.
감사합니다. 내가 너무 큰 기대를 했다. 내가 구름이 하늘 위에 했을 때 여러분이 후 해주길 바랬거든요. 한번 해볼까요? 네. 해볼까요? 네. 먹구름이 머리 위에 후. 아 뭐야. 진짜 먹구름이다. 한 번만 더. 뭔지 알죠? 알아요. 먹구름이 머리 위에 후. 누구야? 아, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 그래, 다음에 이제 행사에서 이제 했을 때 여러분들 후 기대할게 알겠지? 저 구름이 이제 비가 되어서 내리기만을 나는 기도해 혹시 저 별도 나를 보고 있을까 들리지 않을까 내가 보고 있는 게 지금은 너가 맞을까 매일 밤 너를 보면 두 손 모은 나를 보았을까 너도 나를 봤을까 아님 비가 쓸까 내 품에 떨어지길 기도해 my shooting star 다시는 놓치지 않을 텐데 my shining star 시간들은 그냥 맞을 뿐이야 혹시 저 별도 날 보고 있을까 아니 날 보고 있지 않을까 저 별도 날 보고 있을까 아니 날 yeah. 지금 날 찾고 있지 않을까 아니 날 피해가고 있을까 아니 날 yeah. 장가해 내가 할 수 있는 건이 순간에도 날 보고 있다고 믿는 것 그래서 난 네가 떠난 이후로 스쳐가는 적도 없지 그 누구도 그런데 왜 넌 항상 보여도 손 닿을 수도 아닐 수도 없는 걸 저 별도 나를 보고 있을까 아니 날 보고 있지 않을까 저 별도 나를 보고 있을까 저 별도 나를 보고 있을까 지금 날 찾고 있지 않을까 피해가고 있을까 yeah. 역시 저 떡이다 저 떡. 역시 저 떡도 나를 보고 있을까.
August 28, 2017, she did another interview with magazine called The Bling. It was the third time the same magazine interviewed Hayes. Hayes seemed that expressed all thing about her in the album Triple Slash. She said that's almost true. Hayes said, I've been giving the concept of rain very dullly for the long time. I express everything about rain, so I'm really worried, which we described it earlier, during 2014 timeframe. Hayes was famous as a rapper fit with rainy mood. Hayes said many people misunderstand her because of her positive and active personality. Actually, she doesn't like to go out to crowded places. She prefers to stay home. People may think she is a party person who like to play around, but it's not true. You Cloud Rain was the first song that got her on the first place for 4 consecutive weeks. Rather than happy, she was very careful about expressing her thought. Hayes said, actually that fact doesn't seem real to me. I was just like, is it really me who got top place on charts? I don't think it's good just to be glad with results. However, I'm grateful that my thoughts, which I put on my songs, reached the people. Hayes also participated on Sotaeji's 25th anniversary remake project called Time Traveler. This project is the first time to remake his songs officially since Sung Si Kyung released For You. Hayes said, I was amazed at the fact that he knows me when I got contact. I thought I must do it. But also I felt responsibility to remake one of his masterpieces by my sense and to make it her into his mind. She describes the song as the title is in the time spent with you. Was it why I hope to sing? No. Actually I didn't have chance to choose, but I heard that he thought song would become fit me well. I was pleased to hear that but a bit wonder at the same time. Responding to when he heard about recognized by ability by living legend, he said, I'm so thankful for regarding me like that. Some other musicians took part in this project as well. Unfortunately, I didn't have chances to meet them. I couldn't meet So Teji Sundanim neither. Haha. As we also know, Hayes also collaborated with another legendary musician, Lee Moon-se, and becoming the youngest producer that worked with Lee Moon-se ever when we working on one of the recent songs called Blur. Hayes also featured on it. At the same year, Hayes participated on title track "Sunday" of Groovy Room first EP Everywhere. Hayes said, they told me the subject and details by storytelling. I imagined the story based on it and wrote lyrics. Frankly speaking, it has different atmosphere comparing to her songs until now. It's rather close to the style of J Park, which contains tropical sounds. Hey said, that's right, but I feel it's rather good for me because I can make people who hear that kind of songs in my album. It's not common and easy to get the chance to write and sing songs which has different styles. Hey said it sounds exciting to work on because she was interesting experience to write the song by Imagine. The outline was given in advance, so I rounded out on it with Imagine, and it was something fresh to me. Actually, I think the song Sunday was kind of hard for me to complete all by myself. It was new experience anyway. In 2017, there are not many female singers that got spotlight in Korean music scene, especially whoever took a hip hop route. Although now she is more focused on singing, at that time she said that she rather just concentrate on herself than have responsibility leading rise of solo female singers. Whether female or male, no. If she were a male singer, she would just do the color of music which Hayes does now. Hayes said, but I always have responsibilities and worries about my music, so I've already started considering of next album. When there is no idea from my diary, Hayes want to recharge myself. Uh, Hayes said, I want to travel and see architecture of pastel colors, maybe to Portugal and Spain. She said if she had $1 million and 1 month holiday, she would go to trip with her family and didn't care much about destination. And another option is giving all her money to her mother and tell her, do everything you want to, I will stay home. Hayes said, I miss my home smell. During this time frame, maybe she said that maybe she would stop doing music if she got married and having children. Hayes chose to raise her children rather than busily do music activities. Hayes' fan must be hoping Hayes will not get married until 10 years later. LOL. She wanted to move her entire family to Seoul by buying house, but until now I don't know if her family already moved to Seoul or still staying at Daegu. In November 2017, Hayes opened a cafe called Says the Day in Yeonnam-dong. It only opened for 2 years. Then Hayes released a lengthy post after closing her cafe. Hello, this is Says the Day. We have our gymnastic cafe that we have been running for 2 years. I'm sure some of you already know I'm really close, but the cafe is already closed, crying. You. I will let the customers know in advance. I want to say thank you to you face to face. Because of various situations, I was so busy. Since we were pressed of the time to wrap up, I couldn't even say hello properly and ended it. Since it's like this, it's not going to be loud. I thought it would be nice to organize it quietly. There are many people who contact me at the rental. I posted an apologetic notice late. Really sorry that I couldn't properly say goodbye on the people. I'm thankful for because I'm busy. You. Hayes also appeared on some famous TV shows like Happy Together, Let's Have Dinner Together, JYP Party People, and many more. After hustle hard for 2.5 years, Hayes got overworked and rushed to the hospital after performing with Lee Jok at SBS Kyoto June 2017. It is also confirmed that Hayes was preparing her album for following year called Win or Baram during the same time frame. Despite previously being diagnosed with laryngitis, Hayes decided to honor her commitments and perform at the 2017 SBS Kyoto June on December 25th, even though she was in poor health. According to a representative for the artist, Hayes had been exhibiting symptoms such as vomiting and a high fever and ultimately collapsed immediately after her performance at the end of the year music program. Hayes was rushed to the hospital after her performance, where she remains until the next morning. Hayes' representative also said that the singer's hectic schedule may have taken a physical toll on her health, and that she will have to receive treatment as the symptoms of her previously diagnosed laryngitis have worsened. Hayes elected to undergo surgery on December 26, and her spokesperson said Hayes' progress must be monitored, but it appears that she will not able to carry out her scheduled activities in the immediate future. Conclusion. I don't want to comment much about what happened during 2019 until 2021. I just want to say that I like her release We Don't Talk Together and her performance at MMA or Melon Music Award 2019, where she was also dancing a little bit. Hack 18Z, which was vital contributor of this video, hasn't updated anymore since 2018. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I think I know why Hack 89Z doesn't give any update anymore. So, what do you think about Hayes' 7 years music career until now? 9 years if we include her decision to pursue music. Do you like her music direction, vibe, and what you looking for when listening to music and knowing another person as human being? You can do whatever you want, but I will close the comment section. So you have to make more effort and another step just to commenting and harassing me at another video's comment section. LOL, smiley face.